Oh yeah, I've still got it. Hello everybody, SilverPicker here, and welcome to the SilverPicker Squad. Now today's video is going to be a classic style SilverPicker video. For all of you guys that have commented and said, hey, lately all I see on your channel is coin stuff. I love the coin stuff, but I miss all that scrap, all that jewelry, all those video games, all those classic garage sale hauls that you used to do. Well, for those of you guys that love that stuff, you are in luck because today I have one such haul. Now all the stuff that you see here came from 3 different sales. However, I want to point out, because many of you have been asking me questions like, how do you find such good stuff at sales? I never find anything. I go to tons of sales and I never find anything. But what I want to say to you guys is, yes, I found these items among 3 sales. However, those 3 sales were among 26 sales that I went to today, including one flea market. So I went to 26 sales and a flea market today from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. So granted, I did very well, but I did a lot of legwork to find this stuff. So for those of you out there that are trying and you're hitting 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 sales on a weekend, you need to be going out and hitting 50 or 100 sales in one weekend in order to get a lot of good stuff. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox and just show you what I got. So over here you see I've got a bunch of video games. Now over here on the right I got a Nintendo DS and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. Now unfortunately the games are not popular titles. They're mostly kids titles. As you can see, we have World of Zoo, Quest of Jew, The Little Mermaid, Strawberry Shortcake, Dream Salon, Hello Kitty Big City Dreams, and Fancy Nancy Tea Party Time. We also have Scribble Knots, and the one game that I might be interested in playing and might be worth something is Mario and Sonic Olympic Winter Games. I actually think that I've had this before and I've sold it. I think it probably went for about 10 bucks. However, the system works and all of these games, the charger and the system itself with an extra stylus was 20 bucks. Can't go wrong on that. Over here, this is kind of a funny story. This Nintendo 64, I went over to the sale and I saw that there was one GameCube game. It wasn't worth anything and I didn't want it. And I said to the guy, do you have any other video games? And he says to me, nah, nothing really. I said, I'm really into the old Nintendo stuff. Do you have anything like that? He goes, well, actually, I think I've got one game. And he goes into his house and he brings out the Nintendo 64 with no controllers and Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, which I know is a solid Nintendo game, and you'll always get 25, 30, sometimes even more for that. So I'm starting to talk to him. I say, well, does it work? And he says, well, last time I tried it worked. I say, you know, there's no controllers and etc., etc. And I'm going through this whole thing expecting him to start, you know, negotiating, and I thought he was going to ask a lot for it. And he goes, he stops me and he goes, hey man, I only want $1 for it. And immediately I just go, really? Okay, done. And I bought the Nintendo system and the Ocarina of Time for $1. Even if it doesn't work, it was worth just the chance. But I have a feeling it all works, it's all probably fine, and I might have made a nice little pretty penny. So, that's all for the video games. Not a ton of stuff, but the stuff I did get was a pretty solid deal. So let's go on to the jewelry and silver. So I arrived at one of the sales at around 10:30 in the morning, which, as many of you garage sailors out there know, is not particularly early. You know, there are a lot of pros out there, and frankly, if you are interested in getting the good stuff, you guys got to do it too, that go as early as 6:30 or 7 in the morning. So a lot of the good stuff is pretty much scooped up by 10:30 or so, and you have to get really lucky to find something awesome like this just sitting right out there. And these 2 weighted sterling silver bowls, now yeah, they're dented up a little bit, they ain't pretty, but they were just sitting out there right in front of the woman's cash box. And I figured, okay, if they're sitting out there that long, they must be expensive. And I say to her, well, how much do you want for those? She goes, well, those are silver, so 10 bucks? And I say, you know, just trying to try my luck a little bit, and I say, would you take 5 for the pair? And she goes, sure, absolutely. Not too bad at all. So, for the 2 of them, let's check out what this guy weighs. Brought my scale out. You guys have seen me use this scale before. Man, for a kitchen scale, this thing is a workhorse. I am so happy with it. Let's set her to grams. We're set on grams, and granted it is weighted, so you got to discount about 50% of that. But we've got about 100 grams of silver there. Not too bad for $5. So this same sale, I asked her, I said, you know, do you have any coins? She goes, no. I say, what about jewelry? She says, I have some stuff, but I don't know if it's worth much. So she comes out of her house a few minutes later, and she comes out with all of this stuff, except this piece, except for that piece. And I start looking through it and I go, man, this is some good stuff. That's what I'm thinking in my head. And I say to her, well, what do you want for it? Now, I had two people that were also looking around at stuff at the garage sale come up behind me while I was looking through this jewelry that she brought out specifically for me, and they start grabbing their hands all over it and saying, oh, how much do you want for this? So instead, what I did, I grabbed all of it in one fell swoop and I say, actually, I think I'm going to buy all of it. What do you want for it? And the lady says, without question, she says, give me 60 bucks. Without hesitation, I give her 60 bucks, 3 20s, and I am done. Now let's take a look at what we got. Now this thing, I was hoping was silver, but it's not. It's just junk. There's a bunch of junk that I bought. Now this cross, even though it's pretty ornate and nice, it's not gold or silver or anything, so that's kind of out there. And this chain as well, also junk. This little pendant junk, this little thing junk. So we got a little pile of junk, no problem. However, little Jesus emblem, sterling. Bracelet with some marcasite in it. I don't know if you can see the hallmark. So that's a sterling bracelet, sterling Jesus emblem. We've got this over here. I don't know if you can see, it says 925. It's a broken bracelet, but you know, that'll scrap out, no problem. A couple sterling earrings, and they're pretty chunky, they're pretty hefty. Now these two are arguably the best items in the lot. This is a Tiffany & Co. earring. Unfortunately, she didn't have the other one, but it is a Tiffany earring, sterling, so I can sell that probably for a nice couple bucks just because it's Tiffany's. And this as well. This is the piece de resistance. The back, it's very hard to read. I can't really get it on camera so well. Maybe you can see that. But it says Capricorn, Tiffany & Co., 1000 Spain, and then there's a signature, which I'm going to have to look into a little more closely. But this is a fantastic find. It's in excellent shape. It has the sterling chain as well, also marked Tiffany's. That is a home run out of the park. That's probably worth more than 60 bucks on its own. So I'm really happy with those two sterling Tiffany's pieces. Now over here, the reason I categorize these together is because this is also a watch. We have two watches here, and they are phenomenal. This is a sterling watch. You can see there, it says 925 right over there. And it also has it on the inside of the clasp. You can see it there for a second. DRX, I don't know what that brand is, but the sterling and the design, I think with this Art Deco style design will do very well on eBay. So I'm very happy with that. And the really nice piece with the watch is this guy. This is a Tag Heuer watch. It's a lady's watch. It's not in the best shape, but the bracelet alone is in excellent shape, and the bracelet's probably worth 100 bucks. So this watch is probably a $150 to $200 watch, and I gotta check if it's running, I'm not sure. But either way, I am super, super happy with it. So, anyway, as you can see here, I spent about 80 bucks on everything you see here, and I probably will turn this into $300–400. That is not a bad way to spend a Sunday morning. Now the last piece is this one right here. And I bought this at a different sale. I went to a sale, there was nothing but garbage costume jewelry, and this. And each piece of jewelry was $1. I tried to haggle to get it down to a quarter or something, but that was just kind of silliness on my part. But I paid $1 for this little piece. Now it's not marked with anything, but I've got a hunch that this is gold. I have got a hunch that this is gold. Now I've shown you in other videos that I can really tell gold just by looking at it. I don't need to see a marking. I can tell just by the look of it because I've had so much experience. And I have a video right over here. Click the card right there to see the video where I talk about how to understand and identify gold just by looking at it. So let's do a live test on camera and test this and see if I'm right. Alright, now this scratch stone has a lot of old gold residue on it. I really gotta clean it up, but for now let's just use it as is. Should be no big deal. Alright, here we go. See the mark? Let's give it a go with 14 karat gold. 14 karat gold solution going on right now. Now, how do you like that? How do you like that? Right there, the gold line is still good underneath that 14K solution. Let's give it a shot with 18K. Well, the 18K solution ate it right up. So we know that this is indeed 14 karat gold. That is another win for the SilverPicker. I am so happy and just, you know, it's not that much money, it's not that much gold, but the elation that I get from picking something out of a tray at a garage sale that's been already picked over 10 times over by other pickers, and I still get some solid 14 karat gold, there's nothing like it. And it really comes from practice and getting to know the products that you look for. So watch that video that I had on getting to know gold and how to identify it by looking at it, and it'll really change your game. So that's not too bad. Alright, well that just about does it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys learned something. This video is chock full of tips, so I hope you guys watched it, maybe re-watch it, and share it with your friends. Nah, that's just a plug, but thank you guys very, very much for watching. If you guys are subscribers, thank you so much for supporting my channel. And if you're not, I'm going to ask you the question again. What are you waiting for? Come and join the SilverPicker squad. Be one of us. Come out and learn something about picking, about coins, about silver, about gold, about how to make money on the side or full-time on your own terms. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a big like. Hit that like button. Come on, you know you want to do it. Hit that like button. And share the video. Also, be sure to check me out on social media. I have postings on these social media platforms all the time, and they are in advance of the YouTube videos, so you'll see stuff that's exclusive to them before it hits YouTube. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I really, really want you guys to come back and watch some more. So, until next time, SilverPicker out.